We had been together for nearly 3 years. From wild college nights to peaceful, coffee-fueled study sessions we shared what I believed were the building blocks of something genuine. We laughed, cried, dreamed, and endured those whirlwind early 20s side by side. I honestly felt we were crafting something lasting, something that could withstand the chaos. But looking back now, I see I was the only one who truly believed in it. It started to fade slowly in that quiet, creeping way. Heartbreak doesn't shout. A few months before the end, I sensed a change. Her texts turned cold, lifeless. Dry replies where once there were long, thoughtful paragraphs. Her voice lost its warmth. Her hugs became stiff, more like courtesy than comfort. Her smiles no longer lit up her face. I kept telling myself she was just tired, maybe drowning in work, or overwhelmed by life. I didn't want to face the reality. I couldn't accept she was already halfway out the door. Then one night, as we sat on her couch bathed in the warm glow of her apartment lights, she said it like she was mentioning the weather. "We're over," she said. No emotion, no hesitation. "My new boyfriend's flying me to Paris next week." Just like that. 3 years discarded. Like they were nothing, like I was just a phase she had outgrown. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I didn't beg her to stay. I just sat still, trying to absorb her words. My heart was pounding hard. But oddly, I felt strangely at peace. Maybe it was the shock. Maybe it was clarity. Realizing that someone who could cut me off so effortlessly was never truly mine to begin with. I looked at her, locked eyes one final time, and simply said, "Enjoy it." No drama, no guilt trips, no last-minute confessions of love. She blinked, clearly stunned. Her face twitched, confused, maybe even slightly offended. She gave a nervous, unsure laugh like she was waiting for a breakdown that never came. "You're not even going to fight for me?" she asked. I just shook my head. Why fight for someone who's already left? The days that followed were heavy. The silence was suffocating. I replayed it all in my mind. How she used to hold my hand. How she once said she couldn't imagine a life without me. The future we once planned like it was destiny. But the pain didn't last forever. Somewhere between memories and emptiness, I started to breathe again. I began showing up for myself. I returned to the gym, reconnected with friends I had pushed away, and dove into my work. I wasn't just recovering. I was evolving, not to make her regret, leaving not to get revenge, but because I deserved better, because I was still here, and I wasn't going to let a broken heart define me. Weeks became months. I never stalked her socials, never sent a message. I didn't need to. Then, one day, a mutual friend casually mentioned her Paris trip. Apparently, it didn't go as expected. Her new boyfriend disappeared halfway through the vacation, ghosted her in a foreign place. She came back alone. I didn't laugh. I didn't feel victorious. There was no joy in her misfortune. I simply felt nothing, because by then I had genuinely moved on. A while later, her name appeared on my phone. Just one word. "Hey." I stared at it briefly. Not hurt, not bitter, just calm. Then I deleted it, not from hatred, not to cause her pain, but because I had no desire to reopen old wounds. She was a closed chapter in a story I had already outgrown. Just like she once said, she'd outgrown me. A few months after that, I met someone new. This time, there was no guessing, no games, no chasing. She was present, kind, sincere. With her, I didn't need to shrink or constantly prove I was enough. I felt seen fully clearly. And that's when I realized the love I had given for years wasn't wrong. It was just given to the wrong person. Life has a harsh but poetic way of revealing your worth, often after someone else fails to see it. I thought losing her would destroy me. It didn't. It created room for something better, for someone better suited for me. Now, when I hear the word Paris, I don't think of betrayal or pain. I think of growth, of peace, of the moment. I chose clarity over heartbreak. Let her have Paris. I found something far more rare, self-respect, and the calm, steady power of truly moving on.